What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Cigars and Whiskey for our next review. We're going to go with the next review is going to continue with the previous posting I had of the DBL. We're going to go with the cigar I was talking about a little bit at the end of my last video, the Formula. Now, the DBL Formula is going to be a more full-strength cigar than the Armillo was. And man, I am excited because I love full-strength cigars. I love this vitola. I love the fact it's amazing. But I do like just the basicness of the cigar. We're going to go ahead and look at it just a little bit. As you can see, I don't know if you can see that out there, is a little bit of a crack towards the top of the torpedo. Hopefully, when I cut that, it won't unravel and start causing issues. But with that said, man, it is a light cocoa wrapper, real toothy looking for a lighter one. It does have that distinctive red band at the bottom. But man, I am excited. I'm gonna go ahead and pull that band off. Now, as we get into the pre-draw, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut the cigar because I love the torpedoes, but I do love the straight cut. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that while we're sitting here. And it did a little bit crimple, as you can see there, but hopefully that won't get it too bad. I'm going to go ahead and get it wet. Sometimes that holds it on, you'll have issues. Getting a great draw. I am getting a little more of a cocoa profile on that cigar. Now, this cigar was actually blended by Francisco Almonte. I apologize, Francisco, if I said that wrong. It features an Ecuadorian sun-grown Sumatran wrapper. Its binder is Peruvian and the filler is Dominican. So it is a little bit of a different blend, but I do like that Peruvian. Now, for those who've watched my videos in the past, the distinct profile I get on Peruvian when I smoke them is like almost like a graham cracker profile. So sometimes I'm looking and I'm struggling to find that profile because that's how I know it's got some Peruvian in there. But again, that might not be what you get, but that's what I get. But with that, getting a little sweetness off of the foot, and like I said, the draw is good. Get a little bit of a sweet draw on that. With that said, we're going to go ahead and get into the first third of the DBL Formula. So stay tuned. We'll be right back with the first third. All right, everybody, into the first third of the DBL Formula. A little more full strength. On the initial part of the cigar, you do get a heavier black pepper profile. It's not heavy, it's just you can tell it's there. There is a heaviness of the earthy profile. I am getting slight notes of coffee, more like a bitter coffee. And you can tell from the smoke, once you exhale and you breathe in the smoke, you can tell it's a little bit of a cedar in there. And I am getting a little bit of cedar on the back of the palate. Now, my last DBL that I reviewed, I did not have to touch up the cigar, and I was amazed at the fact there's not a lot of cigars out there that if you smoke them for a while that you have to relight them or touch them up, and that one, the DBLs, you have not. So I'm kind of curious to see how the Formula cigar handles to that profile. I do apologize for any background noise you hear. Hopefully that won't be so loud in the video that it'll mess it up. But we'll keep our fingers crossed. But I have to say, as I'm smoking it, I am seeing that it is not burning even, and it might be just because I draw pretty quickly when I'm smoking a cigar. But my fear is always that they're going to go out on me, so I guess that's my nervous habit that I have. But with that said, man, so far, if you like DBL cigars and you've tried the milder ones and you want to be a little brave, definitely suggest the Formula. It seems like it's going to be a flavor fest and a strength profile that will be a real strong flavor. All right, so with that said, we're going to keep smoking at it. I'll be back with the second third of the Formula. All right, everybody, welcome back for the second third of our review of the DBL Formula. Now in the second third, I'm getting the cedar staying real predominant. I'm getting like a spicy fruit note, subtly sweet, but it's more of just like a dried fruit profile. But man, that cedar is definitely there. Strength-wise, that it's still about the same. The black pepper is kind of in the back of the palate, but it's not sometimes not even noticeable. So definitely different. As you can see, I haven't touched the cigar up. It is still burning. It is burning a little more sharper than earlier. And the ash is real flaky, so I knocked it off. It's not something I would recommend enjoying as it falls on you if you're not paying attention to it. So be aware of that. That earlier issue with the wrap is still cracked, but it isn't unwinding, and that's one thing I do like about torpedoes. You might have it, but it won't hinder the cigar experience. But with that said, we're going to keep going through it. I'll be back with the final thirds of the Formula right after this, so stay tuned. Alright everybody, welcome back for the final third of a review of the DBL Formula. In the final third, the profiles are about basically the same. The strength hasn't increased at all. It is a full strength cigar, so be aware of that. But man, I have to say it is burning, not razor sharp, but it hasn't been touched up, and that is something I do like. But with that said, it's a good cigar. Definitely suggest to try the DBL cigars. If you haven't seen the previous video, go back and check that out. And definitely give it a go. It is always good to try some new cigars, see what's out there, a little bit different if you've never had them. Don't be judged so much a cigar until you've tried it. I know a lot of times people just go basically off of reviews they're given by friends and family, but sometimes you got to try it yourself just to see, because sometimes they may not like it and you do. But with that said, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, leave your comments, and as always, have a great day. Have a great smoke, and I will see you next time.